Hello everybody, it's Michael from Replica Airguns with another Airsoft tabletop review. Today we're looking at the Bolt M16A4 AEG Blowback Airsoft Rifle with BRSS Recoil, and this is again the tabletop review. Now the BRSS stands for Bolt Recoil Shock System. Bit of a mouthful trying to get through all that, but let's move on. Now I do want to mention my field test shooting video that I've already done, so if you want to see this gun perform, shoot at a target, get some FPS performance, all that, take a look at that video. I'll put a link in here for you guys. And also there is a quick preview video of this gun, so if you kind of want to see the full gun, it's kind of hard to show you the whole gun in this video because it's a long gun and I only have so much room on my table. My camera only basically can zoom out so far. So this is what we're going to see. We're going to see close-ups pretty much for this review. I will move in a little tighter, but if you want to see the whole gun, you can see me holding it and you can kind of see how it looks when it's shouldered and whatnot. Alright, this is a replica of an M16 or AR styled rifle with the classic M16 stock, but it has their modern rail system up front here. Let's get right into the specifications. This shoots 6mm plastic airsoft BBs. It is an AEG automatic electric gun with the BRSS Heavy Bolt Recoil Shock System. This rifle shoots in semi and full auto selectable and shoots approximately 360 plus FPS. It also has a 300 plus round magazine and it uses standard AEG M16 or AR styled magazines. It also weighs in at 7.7 pounds or 3,500 grams, and the total length is 43.3 inches or 1,100 millimeters in length. Now, I'm not sure if that includes the barrel extension or not. It's probably a little shorter right now. Let's just take a quick look. So it's basically 34 3/4 without the barrel extension. The materials are metal and nylon build, similar compounds that you'd find in the same places on a real AR. And again, this gun is made by Bolt Airsoft out of Taiwan. Alright, I'm quickly going to compare the Bolt M16A4 to the Bolt B4A1 that I reviewed a while back. And we're kind of opposite here. We have the more modern stock on the back with the classic AR sort of front receiver area, or the front foregrip area here. Okay. Now this one is a blowback, or I should say AEG with recoil, similar, okay? So check out that review for the B4A1. Alright, so at this point I'm going to do a walk around the best I can, considering I'm kind of tight in on here. You can see here we have Bolt B4A1 carbine. That 5.56 mm would be basically the NATO round, the .223 caliber that you'd find in most ARs. Right, Bolt Airsoft, made in Taiwan. Safe, and I'm just going to drop my mag real quick because there does happen to be some BBs in there, as you can see. And make sure there's none inside. Good, we're clear. So I'm just going to do a little test here. Oh, there was one in there. Let's do full auto. Pretty cool. We're just going to leave this magazine out. Well, it seems to be empty now, but we'll leave it out for now. Okay, so we have our rail at the top there, charging handle, right, which basically opens up your dust cover, right. That really doesn't do too much, but you can see we have our hop up. Hope I can get in there. You can adjust your hop up right there, the front. Okay, let's see if I can spin it around. We'll look at this side of the receiver. Okay, so you can adjust your hop up right in there. You can see that. Your dust cover. Some more markings here. Your safety release. Again, here's your... I forget, you know, sometimes I just forget things. Getting old. I'll remember the name of this in a second, but it's eluded me right now. And forward assist. Alright. And again, charging handle. Since we're on this side, we'll take a look at the stock. Okay, we have our sling mount. We also have our battery cover here. Oh, wrong side. Okay, so the batteries go in there. Alright, let's take a look at the forward rail. Alright, now they do have covers on them, nice little covers, at least on the sides. Okay, those could be taken off if you want to. Alright. I do have a little green dot laser on here. See, just for show mainly. Triangle front sight. Now I have taken basically the extender off, which is this guy right here, just because I found it's a pretty long gun in general. So I took the extender, the barrel extension off, said forget that, I don't need it, this gun's long enough. Okay, let's take a look. I've added, basically I took the carry handle off as well and added the red dot, but other than that it's pretty much factory. Okay, pretty nice. And this is the mag, pretty typical magazine you'd find most AEGs, 300 round mag, high capacity. Again, let's take a look at that recoil. Look at it from this side so you can see the bolt actually working. Pretty cool. Alright, put that mag back in. Now it did again come with the extension, the barrel extension. You can focus here. Okay, and that is, it is thicker. So basically what I'm trying to say is it doesn't add to the barrel because it's oversized, so it's not going to add barrel length other than out external length, but internal length it doesn't do that. We also have our Bolt Airsoft badge or patch. It's Velcro, so you can sew that on or stick that onto whatever your uniform if you like to do that. I'm not going to show you the box because it's just too much, it's too big, but here's the manual. Okay, all your info in here. Alright, and it did come with some nice stickers. Got your Bolt stickers here. Alright, stick those on your car if you have one. Alright, so at this point I want to talk a little bit about the shooting performance. So again, check out my field test video review there. This gun did perform really well. I really enjoyed making it. I think you'll have a lot of fun watching that one. But I did have to use, I want to mention this, I did have to use undersized 5.95mm Airsoft BBs because the barrel is a true 6mm, pretty tight. If you try to use actual 6mm Airsoft BBs, you're going to be running into some trouble. They're going to jam up in there. Like I had that experience the first time when I did the preview video. Wasn't shooting very good for me until I switched over to the 5.95mm Airsoft BB. Now once I was shooting the right ammo, I did get a nice 2-inch grouping in semi and full auto. You'll get that all day long with this gun. It did shoot in the mid 300 FPS range, so this gun is perfectly ready for any pretty much airsoft indoor or outdoor field. And I love the BRSS heavy recoil feedback that you get in your shoulder, especially when you're shooting this gun in full auto. It's a lot of fun. You get a very similar feel that you'd get with a gas blowback system, but you get all that AEG performance. Alright, some of the pros. This is an AEG gun performance-wise. You're going to get high round magazines. You're going to get consistent shot FPS. It's going to work in all kinds of temperatures, but you're going to have that gas blowback like recoil. It also has very high quality materials and workmanship throughout. It's very well made. Now there's lots of forward rail real estate there to place accessories on, and if you don't put anything on there, it just looks cool, so having that forward rail is nice. The fixed classic M16 stock is very comfortable and kind of grows on you over time. Now like I've done, you can shorten this gun by removing the barrel extension if you want it shortened up a bit, and you can use either 11.1 volt LiPo batteries or 9.6 volt nickel methyl hydrate or NiCad batteries. Like most AEGs, this gun has a fully adjustable hop-up and shoots in semi and full auto. Alright, some of the cons you're going to find with this setup with the heavy recoil that you're going to use a little bit more battery, a little quicker, so make sure you got extra batteries if you're going to use this guy. And you cannot switch out the stock because much of the Bolt recoil is in the stock. It actually goes back, I guess, into that buffer tube. I haven't looked at it internally, but I believe that's the reason why you can't switch out the stock. And you also, again, need to use undersized 6mm Airsoft BBs because of the tight barrel. Alright, that wraps up this review of the Bolt M16A4 AEG Blowback Airsoft Rifle with BRSS Recoil. Don't forget to check out my tabletop review and my preview review for this rifle. Also come on down to replicaAirguns.com where we have articles, posts, and reviews. I'll have some additional photos of this rifle with a written article there for you. We also have our Canada and US Replica Airguns online stores where we sell air guns, BB guns, airsoft guns, pellet guns, blank guns, knives, and other accessories. And don't forget to subscribe before you leave and check us out on Facebook and Twitter Username is Replica Airguns. Alright, thanks for watching. Until next time, take care.